Breaking news coming in this morning. Prince Harry has lost his legal fight for police protection in the UK. This was 1 week after that near catastrophic 2-hour car chase in New York. Were these related? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and yes, the news keeps coming regarding Prince Harry. And yes, breaking this morning, he has lost this challenge to pay for the police protection in the UK. Now, I want to break down what this means because I had to go look this up. As someone here in the US, I was a little confused. Like, well, why do you need to pay for the police protection? Just get your high-end security, get undercover officers, retired officers that you can have. The difference, though, here is in the UK, the royal bodyguards carry arms. However, bodyguards in the UK are not allowed to carry arms. That is really the big difference here. They're also obviously not in, police uniforms. They can't be in police uniforms and they can't carry. So when he goes to the UK, Harry is not getting maximum security in his purview of what he's used to getting being under the royals' protection. Now that he's no longer under the royals' protection, because the taxpayers pay for that royal protection, he can't get this kind of security. So he had requested that that he pay, hear this out. He wanted to pay the police to get that extra level of security as a once royal because he wanted to, have that same security. However, judge tossed it out. And no, you can't apparently, from what I've researched, no, this is a done deal. It's done. It's rejected. His lawyers wanted a judicial review of the rejection of his offer to pay for protection in the UK after security arrangements changed when the prince stopped being a working royal. But the judge has ruled not to give the go-ahead for such a hearing. Home Office lawyers had opposed the idea of allowing wealthy people to buy security from the police. Yeah, think about it. So basically the wealthy could just start buying the police. Now, I got thoughts from Christopher Melcher here. I want to read this because I wanted to get a legal. He was going to join, but he was unavailable this morning. We're going to have him later on another story. But he said, I'm glad the judge ruled that he cannot pay for police protection in England. Harry was offering to pay the police because private security does not have the authority a police officer has, which would include weapons in the UK. He likened this to a football stadium paying the police for services, but that's different because the stadium creates a public benefit, so the owners must pay for the policing burden. In the U.S., wealthy folks will pay off-duty officers protection, but they are not supposed to be in uniform when doing so. It's good that Harry offered to pay rather than expecting the government to foot the bill, but that sets this precedent, right? And you can't have it both ways where he quits being a working royal and expects to receive the same level of protection that a working royal would receive. It's not a money issue for Harry as he was willing to pay for protection. It's the higher level of protection that only the police can provide is what he wants. Yeah, he wants that. He wants police. He wants to pay off police officers is what this really broke down to. It's kind of a crazy request when you really think about it. And to think that he was willing and ready, like, I'll just pay them off. Oh yeah, just give me some officers and I'll pay for them. Think about what that sets. The fact that Harry and then therefore Meghan and his camp weren't thinking this through. Well, wait a second. You're going to pay off the police? As Steph said, when I asked about this, think of that precedent. The police are not a for-hire organization. They're not there to, this is from Steph, the alternate, go support her as well. They're not there to be hired. They're there to serve and protect anyone, no matter what. If they are hired, then this could create biases as to who they can pay the most to protect them. Prince Harry offering to pay is just sheer arrogance and stupidity on his part. I got to agree with her. This is insane, the request, and I didn't even realize it. So kudos to the UK courts this morning for nip it in the bud. They're like, nope. You're not able to pay the police, Harry, for extra protection. And so, yeah, he lost this bid. And so he can't appeal this. It's over. And yeah, when he stepped down from being a working royal, it meant he no longer had access to the security level. Now here in the States, he can get armed security. They have to be in plain clothes or suits, but he can't, he can get that level of security here, I suppose. And as Steph said, this is good news because it means they'll come here less to the UK. So I guess she's happy in that regard. But yeah, Prince Harry challenged how the decision was reached by the executive committee. The protection of royal and public figures. Ravik has exceeded his authority, its power, because it doesn't have power to make this decision in the first place. They argue that there were provisions in legislation allowing for payment for special police services, and for such payment for policing is not inconsistent with the public interest of public confidence in the metro public safety. Yes, it is. If you start paying off officers, Steph's right. Well, I'm going to help them more because they paid me more. I got to go save that person because that's going to take care of my kids. Lawyers for the Home Office said this type of protection under discussion, which can mean specialist officers as bodyguards, was not the same as funding for extra policing for football matches. Barrister for the Metro Police argued that it would be unreasonable to expose officers to danger because of a payment of a fee by a private individual. 100%. 100%. So yeah, he lost the bid and he's not going to get his private security. And then all of this just comes to a head because last week, obviously we had the big NYC paparazzi car chase, near catastrophic car chase. Look, I'm not one for conspiracy theories. Typically, I'm not. I try to give this couple the benefit of the doubt. I know a lot of the audience does not. My goodness, you guys do not like these two. I try to look at this more fairly, so I hope you'll respect me looking at this fairly. But, timing of this is too convenient for me. You're telling me his PR team thought it was a good idea to put all this out right while he's fighting this battle in the UK to try to to me, this whole thing feels like a stunt. It's totally a stunt in my opinion. I mean, they played a stunt that completely backfired on them. Let's be clear. But they put out this press release, and when they put this press release out, I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, are they okay? I got texted to it. Johnny texted my partner texted me and was like, oh my gosh. I went to Steph. I'm like, oh my God, whoa. Princess Diana was all over and we're just like, what? No way. And then you read it, you're like, oh, okay. They're just complaining about a car chase from last night that was too intense. Okay. But then more and more, and then New York officials, the mayor, everyone comes forward to just basically admit this was nonsense. You're telling me this wasn't connected? You're telling me that their PR firm didn't think, well, wait a second. Harry, you're fighting this big battle. We need to try to amp up how important it is that you have security, that you're in demand, that you're a big celebrity, you're next level. You need real security and support. Let's put out there in the press, oh my God, a near catastrophic thing like Princess Diana. You're telling me that's just an accident? An accident that they chose to exit the Hertz rent-a-car, call the paparazzi, tell them they're going to be there, and then smile and, oh, we got to go, and then get in taxis and drive all over to their friend's apartment instead of a secure hotel. You're telling me that whole cat and mouse thing had nothing to do with this battle that he was facing in the UK trying to get extra police protection? While he's saying the police were following me in New York in my car. Come on. Do they think we're dumb? Way too convenient. Now, look, I do believe Harry has a immense fear of the paparazzi, given what happened to his mother. I believe that. I think it's kind of scary of Meghan to inflame that, which I feel like is happening here. Because they're partners. They do these things together. They're making these calls together. So I think it's fair to bring Meghan in this conversation too. Meghan's a celebrity. She's done acting. She's been around, I'm sure, hung out with celebrities, Oprah and whatnot. She knows what real security looks like and what mobs of people look like. She's friends with Ellen and famous people. She knows. And you're telling me that you think all this was a good idea to help inflame this after your husband's been through the ringer with his mom like this? Man, their PR team their PR team's good at inflaming and keeping their names out there to get more press, to get more attention. But the timing of this was so off. And it backfired tremendously on them. Because this, again, mark it in history. This was when I fully turned. This car chase play was when I fully turned. I don't know about you guys. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below before we even get there. A lot of you have been subscribing back. Thank you. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit the bell. Looks like they've turned off the thing. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. But it looks like we're finally getting you guys to get the subscribe stick in this time. So thank you. Check that you are subscribed. I'm going to keep following the story because, yeah, now you guys are clearly interested. You've requested. I've asked you. You're like, yes, Andy, please keep reporting it. Okay. I'm fascinated because, yeah, I've tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. I really have. I haven't really liked them. I don't really care. They don't affect me that much. But now they're here on my turf in the U.S., and clearly they're going to be here more. I do think we need to keep an eye on this and call out the dishonesty here, because to say that these isn't connected would be ignorant. To say that there's not a bigger marketing play here. Dude, Meghan Markle just signed with the biggest agency in here in the States. Huge agency. Huge celebrity agency. This is all on purpose. And I think her angering us also on purpose. The brand is more valuable regardless. You know what they say, there's no bad press. I think that's their press plan. How do we constantly be in the news cycle and have upset everybody and keep spurring and I think they want this. Now, I think she wants this. Does he want this? That's still the debate I'm figuring out with you guys. And I want to hear your thoughts. Tell me what you think down below. Are you surprised by this? Are you glad he lost this battle in the UK, that he can't pay for police? He can't pay off police officers? And do you think this was all the stunt, this PR? Do you think this car chase was a PR stunt, an attempt to try to get some favor in this battle he was fighting over in the UK? What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts down below. We got so much more to report on. Bill Gates did what? We got a lot to report on besides this and more, so I hope you'll stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet. Check out the videos right there. Appreciate you guys for watching.